All right, Ja'Whaun Bentley on a Patriots Friday, brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh, by Elite Vodka. Drink Elite Vodka responsibly, and by findmassmoney.gov. And he joins us this morning on the Harbor One hotline. Hey, Ja'Whaun.
How's it going?
Did you know that song?
I've definitely heard the song before, but who sings it? You kind of got me on that one.
Yeah. See, Wiggy, I told you. Nobody knows that. That's
just a one-hit wonder. He's heard it, but he don't know who sings it. That's the purpose of a one-hit wonder.
Nobody knows it.
That'd be Snow.
Yeah, that was Snow.
Yep, Informer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all put me on to something.
So, listen, I want to start off and ask a little bit about, and you guys are very good at this, or always have been, the outside noise and avoiding that. How has it been this week when it comes to not paying any attention to what is being said about this team outside?
I would say it's less of a conscious effort to not pay attention to what everybody's saying, and more so us just focusing on what we have to do to get things right and get things done at the end of the day. So that's kind of what the focus is. It's not necessarily the focus being against paying attention to what everybody else is saying. It's more just focusing your attention on what matters at the moment.
Ja'Whaun, when you look at it, I know it's game by game, but what's kind of the energy and mood and attitude been in that locker room, even when your guys are sitting there at 1-5?
At the end of the day, we just looking to just stack a bunch of great practices together. As your question is, whether or not guys are kind of moping around, pouting. No, that's not the case at all. Guys is mainly just focused on getting back after it, getting back on the practice field, getting back on the game field, and just trying to get things done and make sure we put our best foot forward when we hit the field.
Ja'Whaun, you see this team much different than we do. You're with them every day, obviously. Penalties continue to be an issue. What do you attribute that to?
I would say that when certain situations come up, when different teams try to make a play and things like that, we can't allow us to make their job easier. So whether that's in critical moments of the game, just being a little bit more disciplined and focusing on what the team has to, like certain down the distance they got to get done, whether they need a short 5 yards and try to get us to jump off sides or something like that. But we just got to make sure we're just more disciplined so we don't allow those things to happen.
Ja'Whaun, this is fascinating to me with guys that play today. How do you not get into like the emotions of whether it's Jalen Mills who likes a tweet about playing time, or there's a IG post by Keyshawn Booty, free me? Like, how do you guys not get into the mode of not going to social media to maybe show frustration?
I would say that's different. That's different for each person. Me personally, I'm not necessarily on social media as much, so I'm not necessarily seeing. I kind of get some of my information from other people on the team. So as far as like social media is concerned, it depends from person to person.
And what's your message to like those guys? Because I think might have been McCourty who said you were a big leader in that locker room. Mm-hmm. I always talk about Willie McGinnis when I play. Like, what's your message to guys like that maybe go to social media and just do things that could bring a negative light into the locker room, or make reporters ask questions to you guys that have nothing to do with football?
Well, what I would say personally is it's not necessarily nothing that I'll say on the radio, but as far as the other stuff is concerned, you just got to make sure guys' heads in the right spot. So I'm definitely not going to say what I would say to those guys, but we just want to make sure we're not kind of making things seem like they're not and things like that. Obviously, guys may feel a certain way about the situation that we're in, as they should, but we just constantly to get better and constantly improve and not worry about all the other stuff that comes along with that.
In that same wheelhouse, a lot of people were, I don't want to say upset, but talking about Devontae Parker's response when it came to that dropped ball last Sunday. When talking to media, do you as a captain talk to guys about, trying to be maybe a bit more forthcoming instead of I don't even want to say disrespectful because he wasn't disrespectful, but he was a little chippy back with reporters after the loss.
I mean, at the end of the day, guys are being honest. Most of the time they're talking to guys who just got off the field when things just happen, so tensions are high. Guys are really passionate about what they do, so you get an honest response. Whether it's a great response, I would say that's person to person, or just how you interpret it. But other than that, guys are they're trying their best to just make sure they give an honest response. Obviously, we want the response to be certain things, but at the end of the day, it's honest, and that's all you can ask for is just honesty.
Ja'Whaun, when you look at the Bills' offense defensively, what's like the biggest thing that you guys are saying, all right, we have to take that away from them? Because Bill always talks about making a team, play with their weak hand. So what's your focus on defense as far as going against the Bills?
Well, I'm not gonna give you the game plan over here, but as far as we just look to, obviously they got a dynamic offense with Josh Allen, so we just constantly making sure he presents a lot of problems, whether it's his deep ball or him just extending plays. So we just got to make sure we get on these guys and making sure we don't allow the extended plays and things like that, him to kind of elongate plays. So we just got to make sure we get them to the ground when we have the opportunity to, as well as make the makeable plays as they present themselves.
All right, Ja'Whaun Bentley, thank you for taking the time once again, and we will talk to you again next week. Go get them.
All right, appreciate it.